Hey friends, what's happening? This is Carlton Lewis, aka Mellow Melanin, aka Mega Businessman, coming to you live and direct from Atlanta, Georgia. And in this video, I was basically compelled to do some videos training on Forex. I by no means am a master, but I have learned some things over the past few months and really over the past 30 days really that really set my business off or set my trading career off. And I just wanted to share some of these jewels with you guys. So if have you ever thought about doing Forex, this is something that you really want to take a look at, because a lot of people get intimidated by all the colors, all the numbers, all the bars, and it can be intimidating, but there's a way to learn it, and even better, it's a way to learn it from people that have walked the road before, before me, before you, and mastered this thing. Okay, so I'm just going to go over a couple of trades that I went over today, and I'm also going to tell you guys where I learned this from, because I promise you I didn't make this up. Forex or foreign exchange has been around for ages, basically, changing one country's currency to another country's currency. There's big profit in the exchange between the two, so much so that it's a $5.3 trillion per day industry. All right, now you don't need $5.3 trillion to make a really good living from it, but what you want to do is learn how to take some profits from the market when the market makes it available. So all of this stuff basically represents, and I learned this last night, as a matter of fact, it represents like human emotions, the way people feel. You have confidence, people buying, people selling. And I'm just going to go over some trades that I took today. Some of them came from one of our products called swipe trades, and I took the swipe trades and I put them in. So in swipe trades is basically an alert system. Master traders send you these trade ideas, and let me make sure I say past results do not guarantee future results. Okay, and with that in mind, that helps you remove some of the fear. You have to get to a point where you're not an emotional trader. You shouldn't be, too extreme to one way or too extreme to the other way in order for you to be successful in trading. So even though the master traders are giving us signals, it is totally up to the individual trader to take that trade or let it alone. So I was looking at this trade today. This is one that came over. This is the NZD-CAD. If you see it here, down here at the bottom, NZD-CAD, and you also see it here at the top, and it's on the 4-hour chart, right? So 4-hour chart. So you got different charts and different time frames, all the way from a minute, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, to 1 hour, all the way up to a monthly charts, right? So one of the things I've learned from the group of people that I'm associated with, group of professional traders that I'm associated with, is to I want to trade like they trade, because they're having success, right? Instead of me trying to figure it out, and on my own, trying to figure things out on your own, or trying to learn it for free. You can do that, but I want to get there fast. So I want to go to the people that have the knowledge and can show me exactly what to do, right? So this, you see all these colors, all these, things on here, and it can be intimidating, but they all mean something. They're basically indicators on where the market has been. Anything to the left of the screen back this way is like where the market has been. And if you look down here at the time frames, you can see this is like October going into November right here. And I could zoom in and zoom out, if I wanted to get a better look, even further out, I can look here and see what the trend is. I can see what the trend has been on this 4-hourly chart, right? So I'm going to go back, I'm going to zoom in, and we're going to focus in on this area. This is what's happening right, pretty much right, what has the most recent history is right here, right? So I got into this trade, and the green line is where I got into the trade, right? So this is my entry point. This was given to me by the swipe trades alerts, right? And as I looked at the trade, you know, if you look down here, you see I got in right about here. I got in right here, and see this. Let me blow it up a little bit more so you guys can see it. And I'm actually gonna speed it up so we can go through all three of these trades that I put in today, right? So if you look here, you see where you just basically had where things were basically in order. It's called confluence. So this little green dot, and big shouts out to Eric Garrison, I'll be training with him tomorrow. This is the bounce part of the bounce back strategy. So when I go to these charts, I look to see where the green dot is. You know, if the green dot went from the bottom of this candle to the top of this candle, right? So in theory, it should have been going down. The price should have been going down. So as you see, this was the entry price right here, this 0.88625. That was the entry point. And this was the point I was willing to risk, 0.88950, this red line. And this was what's called the take profit. So this red line is your stop loss. This helps you keep from losing money. This is called risk management, and you got to perform good risk management so you can continue to trade. You're going to win some trades, you're going to lose some trades. The game is to win more trades than you actually lose. All right. So you want to have good risk management. Good risk management. Now, ideally, I would have wanted this to go here down to this blue line. This is called the take profit. And from this, you know, you measure it by pips. And some of this is a little advanced, but one thing we have is an academy. So I learned this stuff from our basically our master's course, right? So take this and go down. This would have been about let's see, about 91 pips, and that's pretty good, because if you can get into this trade at $1 per pip, that's basically $91 that you've made. So that didn't happen. If you look and see, it triggered right here, this little piece of this candle wick. These are called candles, the red and the green. These are called candles. So the candle wick went down, the price went down and triggered this trade. But instead of it going down, like the indicator said, you know, you could look down here and see the momentum. These are different indicators to help you, you know, get the momentum and see what's going on in the market, see what the emotion is in the market, right? So instead of it, when it triggered this, it actually went up. It actually went up, and then it took me out on the stop loss. But instead of me losing, you know, thousands of dollars, I only lost a little bit. Okay, also only lost a little bit. I'm okay. I was willing to worth that in order to get this reward down here in the blue. Okay, so that was one trade earlier today. Took that trade. Here's another one I'm gonna zoom in on, and this is the NZD USD. So this is the New Zealand dollar paired with the US dollar, and pretty much the same thing was going on with the New Zealand dollar. I got in the trade right about here. Pretty much the same thing happened. It spiked down, triggered the trade. You can see the green dot and the red dot. Those were indicators. Like, all of these lines indicate something. All right, all of these lines indicate something, and I'll go over that in later videos. But someone had to teach me this. Okay, someone had to teach me this. So, you know, the indicators were saying that it should go down. Once again, past results are not a guarantee of future results. So all the indications pointed down. You had your trend. All this right here was saying which way the market was moving. You had your trend here saying that it was, you know, more sellers were in the market than buyers. And but like I said, it triggered it and it went up, took me out on the stop loss. Just being honest with you guys. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes you're going to lose. So this next one, this one came from an app. You know, I I have a watch list on the app called Easy SAR, and SAR is spelled SARS, Easy SARS, right? I'm not sure exactly what that means, but that's what these little dots are for. The red dot, the green dot, and then there's another chart, you know, that I have with like an orange dot. So Let me zoom it in because this is where all my activity was down here. Okay, we zoom this in, boom, and come over. Let's do it one more time and come over. And you can see here, now I wouldn't, now this is something I did. I kind of figured that I would at least get what's called 10 pips. And pips is just a unit of measurement. I figured I would at least get 10 pips. So I entered the trade, and the indicators were saying that it was going to go down, that it was a sell. So I entered this trade here, all right, here, and it went down, boom. You see it hit this, and then it started going back up. So I got in this trade and got out of it really quick, earned some money, and the rest is history. So it never went the other way. It never went the other way to the red line, which is my stop loss. And normally you wouldn't have your stop loss up that high, but I just put it up because that was like the next, what's called the swing high. Okay, that's called the swing high. And I generally watch my trades since it's on a higher time frame. Like I said, this 4-hour time frame, I watch my trades, and that allows me to look at the trade and say, okay, well, I'm going to get out of it. I know how much based on my account, you're not supposed to risk any more than 3% of your trading account. So I know I can look at the screen and say, okay, I can look at my trading account and say, okay, look, it's about to, it's more than I want to risk. I'm going to get out of the trade. Or if it's going in the direction that I want to go in, I could just let it run and hit my take profit. Okay. Once again, I'm new at this. I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm an expert. I learned this from iMarketsLive. I learned from the education piece, the IML Academy, which is this over here. This is a new website, so they've updated some things. So you got the Forex basics in different languages, technical analysis, intermediate, advanced, Markets Journey. So there's all types of training videos to help me learn. So I learned it. Learned it from this. I also learned from our TV channel. Our CEO Chris Terry does a Sunday night owl session, and then we also have these channels, right? So we have channels here where we got English, German, Spanish, Portuguese, French, Polish, Italian, Croatian, and then we even have binary options. So you click on these, and there are different educators, and you just pick the educator that you really like. I would recommend anybody to start with some type of Forex basics, but there's training on different things in here, different techniques, different things that we have, different products, and it's definitely helped me out. The basics and the Forex Advanced. You can go in here and you can pick your trainer. So you can pick the trainer that you like, or the few trainers that you like, and you just follow them. One of the trainers that I've personally met is Oren, right? Let's see where he is down here. Met this gentleman several times. I don't see him on here. There he is, Oren Wright. So I met this gentleman several times. Really cool guy, really smart. But this gentleman started off as a janitor. He used to be a custodian, and now he's a professional trader. We also have a tool. It's called Harmonic Scanner. So I use, I get alerts from this Harmonic Scanner, and it helps me. Gives me signals of when to trade. It'll tell you to take profit. It'll tell you the entry point. It'll tell you the stop loss. So it tells you all of that. All right. So it's booting up now. My computer is not the fastest, but I'm going to wrap this thing up within 55 seconds. So this Harmonic Scanner, it gives you this information. It gives you all of this information, your entry, your stop point, and your take profits. So, but one of the biggest things that's really helped me out is my network of people. And I gotta say, this team of trainers, Team Abundance, has definitely helped me out. The person who started the group, Michael Martin, he's awesome guy, Michael Angel Martin. He brought in another gentleman named Eric Garrison, who I'm going to be training with tomorrow. Eric Garrison has made, get this, he's made 56 millionaires from trading Forex. So if you got some value out of this video, like it, comment, share it, inbox me, and I'll get some other goodies over there to you to help you learn how to do this. All right, bye bye.